Hi guys, so Sarah here, and first off I want to go ahead and say that I wanted to do a tutorial for my first video here on YouTube, but I got really sick and I tried and I was coughing the entire time. So plus my little room that I do my makeup in is a mess, so I figured I would go ahead and do a haul. Then I would go ahead and do a haul. This way I could go ahead and show you everything I got. That way I can actually organize it and put it away in my room. Make things a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. And I am going to say that this is all beauty products. I do not have any skincare in here this time. I do buy skincare, but I just figured I would just make this a makeup haul. So we'll go ahead and start with that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the palettes I had bought first, and then I'll do the lip products that I got. Now, the first thing I went to Sephora for, but it was sold out the entire time. I went in 3 different times before I could even find it, and that was to get the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I have the first and second one, and I absolutely love them. I think they're adorable. They have great pigmentation, but this was a bitch to try and get a hold of, especially when it just came out not that long ago, before Christmas, because I know I wanted it for Christmas, but I didn't get it. I had been wanting it forever. The packaging is adorable. It just looks like a little pink chocolate bar. And then, let me see if I can do this without blinding you. And then these are the colors. It's right here, and but I can start off by saying I love this palette more than I love the other two. Well, I don't know, that's a hard one to say because I really love the first one. The second one, I do love it. I use it a lot, but like the blueberry swirl color that so many people complained about, which was supposed to be the pop of color in the palette, had barely any pigment to it. And I was pretty sad about that because I love blue colors. I love vibrant blues. So when I saw that it had no pigment, I was pretty upset about that. But when I opened this palette and I swatched it, like, that's the pop of pink. Do you see how pretty that is? And then this blue Earl Grey color. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Those are the colors swatched right there. That's the Earl Grey color. And that's that pink color. Do you see how pigmented they were? And I swatched them once. Too Faced did a great job on this palette, I think. But I am so glad that I got it. So far, I am loving it. The second Too Faced palette that I got, my boyfriend actually surprised me with it. I order it, and then I don't know, I guess I talked myself out of it because I have so many makeup palettes, and I was just like, I don't need another Too Faced palette because I have so many. And he ended up surprising me with it. It's the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. Looks like that on the inside. The outside is freaking adorable. It just looks like that. But the one shade that like drew me to this palette right here was this one, the Peanut Brittle shade. I don't know why, but every time I see like a bronzy color like that, I freak out. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you. Like, do you see that? Barely touching my skin. It's that pigmented. I fell in love. I did use it a couple times, just so I could just play around with it because he had bought it for me and he wanted me to do my makeup with it. But I love it. I don't really have much, like, I don't really have anything bad to say about Too Faced. I love their products. Some of their things can be a little less pigmented than they should be, especially for the price, but and I guess it's all preference. I have loved everything that I got from there, so. Alright, the next palette I got was from Makeup Forever, and it is the Artist Palette 9 Artist Shadow. Sorry, 9 Artist Shadow palette. And I believe this is in the number 3, Shadows 3. And it just looks like this. Has lots of purples and like blues and corals, and so far I've already done a makeup look using these 3 shades. And you can check that out on my Instagram. I'll link that below. But I love this palette. This purple shade, I don't even know what the number is. D236. It reminds me so much of the Makeup Geek. Is it Daydreamer? That pale lilac foiled shadow. That's what it looks like swatched. I don't know if you can see that from here. And then these 2 shades, oh my gosh, they are so pretty. They drew me from the start. I was going to get the neutral palette. I think it was the second one or the first one. I'm not sure what number it was. But it had like a lot of these kind of shades in it with the browns. But when I saw these blues, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this one. Like, do you see those? Like, look how pigmented that is. If you can see that right there. If you like bright colors like I do, like I love very bold, adventurous shadow colors. So I knew I was going to like this palette. But if you don't like bold colors like that and you like to stay more neutral, I would not go towards this. Maybe the other one that I was going to get would be more your style than more neutral shades. But like I've already used this a couple times, and I like to grab this when I need like a bold shade to put on my lid. So I am really liking that so far, and that is in the number 3. The next palette I got, I knew I wanted to get because I have the first one, and I wanted to get the second one just because I saw one shadow in here that I fell in love with. It's amazing. So I figured I would go ahead and pick it up. And so far, I do not regret it. I actually think I prefer this one over the first one. And this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. First of all, the packaging is freaking cute. Like, these flowers and stuff. Oh my gosh, it's really pretty. But it just looks like that. I'm trying to do it without blinding you. Just looks like that. And this Firecracker shade right here was the one that drew me. Like, you can also... It's going to become very obvious the shades that always draw my attention. It's always the bright blues or the bronzy gold shades. I don't know why. I just love them. But look at that Firecracker shade. I'm going to show you a swatch. It's gorgeous, and that's not even with like a wet base or anything. If you're debating on the first or second one, go for the second one. It is amazing. I don't know. I just love this palette. I love it way more than I like the first one. So, and I liked that first one. The first one, when I got it, I loved it. But I like this one 10 times more. So I would definitely go check it out. The last palette I got, I actually did not get at Sephora. I actually got it at Kohl's. And I was going to order it online, but then I forgot that my Kohl's, my local Kohl's, actually sells Lorac beauty items. So I went and checked it out. And I had been debating on getting this palette for months. Because, well, probably back when it came out. And I just looked at it and I was like, oh, that's pretty plain. There doesn't seem anything special about that. And I didn't try the first one, I'm not going to lie. But when I looked at it, I was just like, nothing really draws my eye to that. And then I picked it up, and boy, was I wrong. Like, it looks so plain. But when you swatch it, like navy, do you see how dark that is? Barely touched it. I don't want to get it on me, so I'm trying to be very careful. But do you, like... that pigment is ridiculous. Like, when I swatched it, I almost fell out because I could not believe how dark that was and how pigmented it came off on my hand. Sorry, I'm trying to reach for a makeup remover. It was ridiculous. And then the other day, I created a makeup look using this. I just had, I just threw Nectar. I'm sorry, I guess I should show you. But it just looks like this. It doesn't seem like anything special. Nothing really to freak out about. But like when I swatched it, like I said, I almost died. Like I put a little bit of nectar and plum into my crease, and then I took a wet makeup brush and I put it into Jade, and it blended out on my eyelid like so smooth. Like, how amazing does that look? It was insane. Like I'm so glad that I picked it up. It was pretty pricey, like $45. And for an eyeshadow palette is ridiculous, but I think it's worth it. You can create so many looks with this, and I don't think you'll use it up that fast, especially if you have, like I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I go through so much, so I won't use it up that I will not use this up fast at all. So far, I'm really glad I purchased this. Alright, the next thing I got was at Tarte, and I had picked up this blush, and it's the Tarte Tartelette Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. And the packaging, first of all, was what drew my eye, because the other packaging wasn't like this. It didn't have like these gold polka dots on it. And this is in the shade Celebrated. Just looks like that. And I don't know why, but I don't like crazy pigmented blushes. Like when it comes to putting a blush on, I get nervous for very pigmented blushes because it can very much look like you're a clown if you put too much on. And this does not do that at all. It's like it's like a mauve peach shade almost. It's very like dialed down, like you can barely see it on the back of my hand. But when you place it on your cheeks and blend it out, I just take a flat like this like angled brush. I think it's a contour brush, I'm not sure, that I got in my Sonia Kashuk gift set. And I just literally will tap it and then pat it on and blend it up. And it looks beautiful. Beautiful. So again, that's the shade Celebrated. So I really like that so far. Alright, and then the next few items I got were like lip products. So since I just left off with Tarte, I'll go ahead and start with those. I got 2 of the Tarte's Lippy Paints. I got one in the shade Adorbs and one Frenemy. Now, I will say that these are very similar to, I think it's Maybelline, the Vivid Matte lip color line, where it's like that moussey texture and it doesn't dry like completely matte. But that doesn't really bother me. Certain formulas don't really bother me. I can do very dry lips. It doesn't bother me. The drier the lip, I feel like it stays on longer, so. And so far, the only thing I have to say about this is the dark Frenemy color is not as, like, it's kind of patchy. Like, that is Frenemy, and that one's Adorbs, and Frenemy kind of is, if you can see that, is kind of patchy. I don't know. So that's the only downside I would say. And I could see these slipping and sliding all over your lips. So if you don't like liquid lips that are like that, where they move around and slide off your lips and come off fast, I would not get these. But I don't have a problem with that, so I like them. I just would put like a lip liner underneath to keep them from like feathering, and I would definitely put a lip liner under Frenemy because it's so like patchy. But I still think they're really nice and they feel comfortable on the lips, so I would check them out. The next product that I got was from Kat Von D. And I am so disappointed in how disappointed I am on this, because I got the infamous Lolita. The shade that everybody and their mother is talking about. I even bought one for my mom, so that my mom could talk about it. I was pretty upset because I don't know if I got like a bad one, but it comes off so patchy. Like when I start to apply it on my lips, it'll come off smooth on my top one, and then when I put it again, I'll dip it and put it on my bottom lip, and it'll, like, the middle will become very patchy, and then like you can see how it's like dark here and then like see-through when it comes to the middle of my lip. I don't know. It's such a gorgeous color. I don't know. Maybe I need to like shake it up or something better. I don't know. Let me know down below if you had any problems like that with this, because this is like the kind of shade that I wear every day. So I don't know. Maybe I did get a bad one, which kind of sucks. Maybe I need to go back and talk to the girl or something. I don't know. Just let me know down below if you've had any problems like that. The next shade I got of lips was the Melted Chocolate from Too Faced. And I got this in the shade Chocolate Milkshake. Packaging is, of course, adorable. I do have like 6 of the Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipsticks. And I love them. My favorite is the Melted Jelly Donut because it's such a pretty color. But that is Chocolate Milkshake. I haven't really tried this out yet, so I can't really give you an honest opinion on that. But it's a very pretty color. This looks like a shade that I would wear like all the time. So, alright, I got 2 different lip colors from the brand Stila. And I got a neutral and then a bold, which I can kind of see like a resemblance of the colors that I get. But I got the shade Baci, B-A-C-I, and then the shade Bacca, B-A-C-C-A. And so far I have worn Baci a few times, and I think I have found my favorite liquid lipstick formula. It dries matte, but it does not full on dry to where it suctions to your lips, dries out and flakes off. It still has a little tiny bit of tackiness to where it's just comfortable enough. I am in love, so I'm gonna have to, I don't even care if they're freaking expensive, I'm gonna go back and get more. But that one's Baci, and Bacca. Alright, and then the last lip products that I got was from The Balm, which they also sell at my local Kohl's, which is where I got mine. And I had went for one liquid lipstick in the shade Committed. I don't remember who was talking about it. I think it was Alex from Learning to be Fearless, I think it is. She said how comfortable they were. So I went and wanted to pick one up, and of course I went for the neutral shade Committed. So I had picked it up, and I was walking on my way out, and I had seen right before the, what is it, the registers, that they had like the little packs. Like, you know how they sell like mini packs right before you hit the register on Sephora? It was kind of like that. But they had a 2-pack of the Balm liquid lipsticks, and these are regularly like $17, and they had a 2-pack for $21. So, and it had Committed in it, which is the shade I wanted, and then it had Devoted, which is a bold red shade, which I wear like all the time. If it's not a neutral, it's a bold red shade usually. So I was like, that's perfect. For $4 more, why not get it extra? So I thought that was awesome. So I got the shade Committed and then the shade Devoted, and I'll go ahead and swatch those for you. And I actually have worn Committed already, and it is a very comfortable liquid lipstick. It is pretty drying, but I don't, like I said before, I don't mind that. But it's not so drying that it's painful, like, you know what I mean? Right, and that one is Committed, and that one is Devoted. So, I love those. Sorry, I do have one more lip product that I got. I went to Bite Beauty, and I got the shade Raisin lip gloss. And I do have a couple. I have Rambutan and Currant, and they're, of course, the neutral shades. And I really like those, so I figured I'd pick up one more. And for the spring, it's like a peachy, pinky shade. Don't know why it's called Raisin. That's kind of strange, but it's a weird name. Maybe because it's like made out of fruit. Did they name it after fruit? I don't know. I think a currant is a fruit. What is a rambutan? Somebody let me know what the hell that is. A rambutan. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well because if I had to wipe off the swatches, my hand is kind of dirty, but it's that, like, peachy shade. It's really pretty, especially, like, just a light wash of color. Alright, and then the very last product that I picked up, I ordered offline. I ordered it off Amazon, but it's the same price as they sell it, like Ulta or on Largella.com. But I picked up the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, finally in Gilded Honey. Just looks like this, and it comes off like this. So I can show you. It's right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. And it is gorgeous. I am so happy. I thought it was going to be bigger. It's not as small as I thought, but I thought it was going to be, I was hoping it would be bigger. But I don't go through highlighters like that like crazy anyway, so. But I am so happy that I finally picked it up. I don't know what took me so long to pick it up, but. And then I heard they're coming out with 2 more illuminators. It was like a peach one and a pink one. So I was like, of course, right when I get the gold one, now they're coming out with 2 more. So it's going to take me forever to get those too, but whatever. And I do apologize, I am sick. I was sick in this video, so. But if you enjoyed my makeup haul and you want to see a makeup tutorial on this eye look, just give it a thumbs up and come back and be my friend. And just let me know what your favorite products are down below and come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.